Pranams everyone, Namaste. Today let us learn how to breathe diaphragmatically. This is also called diaphragm breathing. Before we get into the practice, let us understand why it is important to breathe diaphragmatically. I don't know how many of us realize that we don't breathe correctly. That is, with inhalation, our stomach is supposed to go out, and with exhalation, the stomach is supposed to go in. What happens when we breathe incorrectly? That is, with inhalation, stomach going in, and with exhalation, stomach going out. We all know that the body and mind are connected and they interact with each other. Whenever we experience any stressful situation, there is a trigger that is sent to the brain to release adrenaline into the bloodstream. What does this hormone do? It increases the energy in the body in a very short duration of time, and with this surplus energy, we can either fight with the situation or run away from the situation, which is called the fight or flight hormone. Now, this is the trigger for stress. We are obviously stressed when we are in such a situation, isn't it? So, what does the body do to trigger this chemical into the bloodstream? It reverses the way we breathe. That is, with inhalation, stomach goes in, and with exhalation, stomach goes out. Now, this is a signal to the brain to release this hormone into the bloodstream. That is why most of us, whenever we go on a very expensive holiday or we are in a most serene environment, we don't feel relaxed. We are still stressed, or we try to sit for meditation and we are not able to meditate because continuously this chemical is released into the bloodstream. So, the simplest and the easiest way to fix this is to breathe diaphragmatically. So, I hope now you understand why diaphragm breathing is very important. This simple practice helps to balance the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system and creates an auto tone, which helps to keep the body and mind relaxed. So, now let us understand how this practice is done. This practice is done by moving the diaphragm muscle in and out. So, when the diaphragm muscle expands, the air is pulled in, and when the diaphragm muscle contracts, the air is pushed out. Where is this diaphragm muscle? The diaphragm muscle is located right below the rib cage, and it starts from one corner and goes to the other corner. It's one of the largest muscles in the human body, but we don't use it efficiently. Hopefully, after this video, you all understand how to use this diaphragm muscle efficiently and effectively. So, to first understand the diaphragm muscle, we have to activate the diaphragm muscle. So, we'll do a very simple practice. Place your right palm or your left palm in front of your navel. Close your eyes, and as you inhale, try and push the stomach or the navel out. And as you exhale, try and take the stomach or the navel in. Push the stomach out with inhalation and pull the stomach in with exhalation. Do this a few times. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and relax. Sit quietly for a moment. Observe the breath. Now, hopefully this practice has brought some awareness to your stomach, and you understand how the breath is supposed to move with inhalation and exhalation. Now, let us come to the core practice of diaphragm breathing. You place both your palms on the side of your rib cage, not in the middle, but move towards the last part of your rib cage. You are supporting only using your thumb and the forefinger, like this. Close your eyes, and with inhalation, try and push this rib cage outward. Let us try to understand why should this happen. As I said, the diaphragm muscle is below the rib cage, isn't it? So, when this diaphragm muscle moves down, the air goes in, and because the diaphragm muscle expands, it has to automatically push the rib cage out, isn't it? So this is what we are trying to achieve, but we are consciously bringing awareness to the ribcage and trying to push it out. As you're trying to push the ribcage out, what you're actually doing is expanding the diaphragm muscle out and taking more air in. This ensures that the air moves to the lower part of the lungs, then the middle, and then the upper. Let us practice this a few times. Place your palms on the lower part of your ribcage. Keep your eyes closed, and as you inhale, try and push this ribcage outward. Exhale and contract the ribcage. Inhale and ribcage out. Exhale and ribcage in. Inhale, ribcage out. Exhale and ribcage in. Relax. It may so happen that you wouldn't have been able to move this ribcage at all as you're doing this for the first time. But with practice, in a matter of a week or two, you will start seeing the ribcage move out substantially and contracting. So this is the practice of diaphragm breathing. There are few important points that you have to keep in mind while you do this diaphragm breathing. What are these few points? 1. When you practice, ensure that your spine is straight. You don't arch your spine forward or lift your chest up and look up. Keep your head, neck and spine in a straight line. 1. 2. When you inhale and exhale, do not hold your breath at any point. That is, after inhalation, don't hold the breath. Immediately start exhalation. And after exhalation, immediately begin inhalation. So no holding of breath at any point. 3rd, as you inhale and exhale, ensure that there is no sound. Your breath should be very, very quiet. Even you should not be able to hear the sound of your inhalation and exhalation. What I mean is you should not be able to hear this sound. This sound should not be heard. You have to breathe quietly and exhale out quietly. Clear? Last point. As you inhale and exhale, do not breathe in parts. It has to be one continuous breath going in and one continuous breath going out. That is, after you inhale, don't hold and inhale again to increase the lung capacity. Go only as much as you naturally can. And then, when you can no longer inhale, immediately start with exhalation. Please keep these 4 points in mind as you practice diaphragm breathing. How long should you practice and how often should you practice? We recommend that you practice this for 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes at night just before you go to bed. Practicing this at night before going to bed helps you to calm and relax your nervous system and your mind, and helps you to get a good sleep. And as soon as you wake up in the morning, it helps to calm and relax the mind. So practicing this for just 5 minutes in the morning and in the evening, it ensures that with practice, your everyday breathing automatically becomes diaphragm breathing. If you wish, surprise yourself a few minutes during the day to check how you're breathing. Is your stomach going out with inhalation? And is your stomach going in with exhalation? If this is not happening, change it for that particular moment and then continue with your daily activity. This diaphragm breathing is also very beneficial before you sit for your meditation practice. Just for 2 to 3 minutes, try to expand the ribcage with inhalation and contract with exhalation. It helps you to calm your mind, and when you start your dharana practice or your meditation practice, you'll observe that you're able to center yourself much more faster when you implement this practice. I hope this information was useful to you. Please incorporate this in your daily life, and with experience you will observe that your stress levels are coming down naturally, and you don't need to go on very expensive holidays or go out for partying or watch a movie to relax yourself. Simple yogic practices like diaphragm breathing helps to reduce stress level for everyone. Thank you. Namaste.